UFC Fight Night Louisville, Kentucky just ended, and Imavov just won against Cannonier because Jason Herzog wanted him to win. Check his betting. Fuck Jason Herzog. No, I'm kidding. I wanted Imavov to win, but just not like that. I think he could have taken out Jared Cannonier, but Jason Herzog, he just had to fucking stop it. So now everyone's going to question it and think Cannonier would have beaten him in the fifth round. Whatever. This was a really awesome fight night. In the main card, we had 5 finishes. Like Dominic Reyes, let me just come out and say I'm so happy for Dominic Reyes. It made me want to cry, first of all. Seeing him get a win, knowing that he should have been champ at some point against fucking bitch John Jones, like it was a really feel good moment. Rosas getting a second round submission after Ricky Turcios he started the fight looking at Raul Rosas hands down, just fuck you. And then Raul Rosas subbed him. So you can't count the kid out. Like, you cannot count him out. I thought I was young. He's younger than I am. So props to Raul Rosas Jr. I was hyped for this win. So let's go to the bottom of the card. Start with Pujar Tamar and Ryan Dos Santos, or Ryan Amanda. They had Dos Santos on the little card. But Tamar didn't win this fight. I just want to be clear about that. She didn't win this fight. The cards went 30-27, 30-27, and then 29-28 for Pujar. Split decision. One judge had it 30-27 for Dos Santos, which I thought was the right scorecard. I thought she won all 3 rounds. I really have no clue how you give that fight to Tamar, but it is what it is, you know. I was talking about how I believe in WMMA. Yeah, no, I don't anymore. Yeah, I tried for one card, and on the first fight, they let me down. So fuck that noise, you know? Taylor Lapilus against Cody Stamen. Taylor Lapilus just touched him up for all 3 rounds. I don't know why people want to gas him up so much. I don't know what's so special about him. He's not an exciting fighter. He's French, so the U.S. hates him. What's so good about him? You're going to have him on a few French pay-per-view cards, maybe? I don't know. I don't see anything really special with Taylor Lapilus, but I do think they should challenge him. Give him someone way higher up in bantamweight rankings. Bantamweight rankings, and let's see if he can really fight with the higher class guys, because I think he's going to get shown that he's a fraud. I don't know. I don't think he's really that good. I don't think he's as good as people say he is. I think he's really annoying to deal with, but I don't think he's extremely skilled. I want to see him get KO'd. Give him someone good. Now, Denise Gomes against Eduarda Mora. I thought Eduarda was going to dominate Gomes, but that's not what happened. Denise Gomes almost subbed her in the first round, so that was intense. I didn't think that Eduarda was going to be able to break that hold. She had an insane guillotine, and Denise was close to getting it. She fought it off. Eduarda fought it off. Second round, kind of. I think I would have gave it to Eduarda, but Denise Gomes was just a better overall fighter. Like, that's all it was. She was just better overall, so that's fine. Daniel Marcos against John Castaneda, Sexy Mexi, let me down. Just based off the name, I kind of knew I shouldn't have picked him, but I thought that Daniel Marcos was not going to be able to go up to the level of John Castaneda and do what he's been doing to everyone else. It seems like he might be one of those fighters where he just slightly beats everybody. Slightly. He won't take them out, but he'll point fight them, and he'll know how to beat them over the time of the match. So it is what it is. Daniel Marco is not really the most exciting fighter. Same thing with John Castaneda. Kind of a throwaway fight, but they had to fight, so that's what happened. Got that one wrong. Speaking of getting that one wrong, this was a weird card for me, guys. I got 6 fights wrong in the beginning and ended with the 8-fight win streak. So take that as you want, but I got that whole main card right. Got the whole main card right. So let's continue. Montana De La Rosa against Andrea Lee. Andrea Lee, I really wanted her to win. She looked super dominant in the first round. Super dominant. It seemed like her grappling was going to be better than Montana. Second round happens. Montana starts showing her hands, showing that Andrea Lee is an old lady. She shouldn't be fighting anymore. Get her out of the UFC. Maybe she should go to bare knuckle. Who knows? Who knows, dude? But Montana pretty much showed that she is obviously the younger, more just energetic fighter. She just has more will to win, I guess. Like Andrea Lee just kind of, I don't know, doesn't want to win because she did great in the first round and just let it go. So it is what it is. Brad Katona against Jesse Butler. Jesse Butler, I was wrong about him. He shouldn't be in the UFC. He should not. And Brad Katona, when I was watching this fight, he was showing me slight Volkanovski vibes. Like I was seeing Volkanovski in there. And he's at the bantamweight division. I want to see Brad Katona fight someone slightly better. I want to see if he can keep this style of just pressing fighters, putting them to the ground, outstriking them, hitting with the jab, kicks. I wonder if he can do it to a higher level guy, because Jesse Butler is just not high level. He sucks. Went down 2 weight classes and still got manhandled. What is that about? I don't know. But this next fight, Carlos Prates against Charles Radke. I knew Carlos Prates would take this fucker out. I knew it. It was about time. Charles Radke has been such a dick. Like, it was just about time that he got his. Liver shot, knee to the body, just insane. Walked it off. He literally touched Radke and walked away. Ref wasn't even close. Ref didn't even wave his hands. Everyone just knew it was done. Because fucking Charles Radke is a little bitch. That's why. That's why we knew it was done. Because we knew he wouldn't fight after getting touched like that. I don't know what my problem is with him, but I'm glad Carlos Prates got that win. He's like a welterweight Alex Pereira. It's insane. He's so powerful. His strikes are so clean, so precise. I can't wait to see this guy climb up the rankings, because when he gets higher up there, he'll have some insane fights. And then Charles Radke, they should just give him someone else that'll knock him out and then, get him out of the UFC. How about that? Ludwig Klein against Thiago Moises. Ludwig Klein absolutely demolished Thiago Moises in this fight. Just when it comes to like points and just overall dominance, Thiago Moises had no chance, but Ludwig Klein couldn't take him out. There was many moments where Moises, the ref could have called it. Could have pulled a Herzog. Would have looked better than a Herzog call. Moises was definitely out a few times. Ref didn't want to call it off. So they go to a decision because Moises has the ability to survive when he's hurt. Like, that's all it was. He's just been around a while and knows how to survive. Ludwig Klein went in there with a mission, and when this guy is on the cusp of really fighting some real dudes, so because Thiago Moises, he's that first step of like, are you real? Because if you're real, you'll beat him or you'll lose bad, and he beat him unanimous decision. The decision. I can't talk today, guys. I don't know what's happening. But on to the main card now. Punheli Soriano beats Miguel Baeza by decision. And this fight should not have been on the card. they both proved that they should be both cut. Baeza, quitter, doesn't want to be a fighter. I literally think that fight could have been ended so early in the third. He didn't want to fight. He didn't want to fight anymore, but the ref just let it go. He was barely defending himself. He was barely moving, barely doing anything. But Punahele Soriano is a little weak bitch that doesn't know how to finish a fight. He doesn't know how to finish a fight. He's terrible. He would get Baeza in terrible positions. He would be striking him, and as soon as the ref is like thinking about coming in, he would go for a sub that he knows he's not going to get. Goes for subs that he knows he's not going to get. Can't take out Baeza with his hands on the ground. He said he felt like he can wrestle and that he wouldn't be able to wrestle like he was at middleweight. But, like, I understand he had top control, but wrestling like what? Like, if you were doing good, you would have finished Baeza. Anyone would have finished Baeza, but you. But you, Soriano. You fucking suck. I hated that fight so much. I hope you both get cut. Because you both don't deserve to be in the UFC. At all. At all. Go to Bellator. Or is Bellator even a thing anymore? PFL. Go to the PFL. Next fight, Zach Reyes against Julian Marquez. Zach Reyes with a KO within 20 seconds. Nasty uppercut. Nasty. Putting Julian Marquez out. People could say that was a early stoppage, but I don't think so. I think his lights were out. Ref made a good stoppage. And Zach Reyes proving that his last loss was indeed a fluke. Cody Brundage is not good. He did not deserve the Bo Nickel fight, obviously. And Zach Reyes is a dog. Zach Reyes is a fucking dog that's going to fucking... He's really going to go crazy at middleweight. I think he's a real problem at middleweight, honestly. And Julian Marquez, he seemed like he wanted to still fight. The Cuban Missile, he's a fun guy to put in there. Obviously, keep him around, put him in fun little matchups. 185ers. So I don't necessarily know who he would give, but maybe like a fun up-and-comer, another fun up-and-comer, and hopefully he doesn't get knocked out by that guy, The Hulk, Bruno Ferreira against Dustin Stolzfus. I knew Bruno was going to get this KO in round 1. Didn't think he would do it the way he did, because Dustin damn near took him out. I was sweating hard because Dustin looked pretty good. He was hitting spinning back kicks. He was hitting jabs, calf kicks. He was hitting Bruno with everything, and Bruno looked kind of confused. Like he didn't realize Dustin was going to look like a real fighter out there. And then he hits him with one big punch, and just the whole thing turns around within the last 30 seconds of the fight, and then cracks him with a gnarly spinning elbow, and that was it. Like, I would be surprised if he didn't break his orbital, because the way that elbow connected was just, it was a thing of beauty. And Bruno Ferreira, he got his he got a fight bonus. So did Zach Reyes. So did Raul Rosas Jr. And there's one more person. Protez also got the bonus. So well deserved. And this guy, he's a problem, man. Bruno Ferreira is a problem. I can't wait to see what they do with him. Right now, off the top of my head, have no clue who to give him. Because I didn't think they would give him a guy like Dustin Stolzfus after his last fight. Because in my head, Dustin is a level down from a Phil Haas, but got a KO in the first round of both around the same time. He has a pattern, guys. So keep hitting that round 1 KO on the bets. And then Raul Rosas Jr. couldn't get Ricky Turcios out in the first round after Ricky screams "fuck you" to him like a rude bitch. Obviously, he's jealous. He's jealous of Raul Rosas. But no, Raul pretty much dominated Ricky. Like, there was a "fuck you, Ricky" chant throughout the event. Yeah, Raul got it done. Ricky obviously was not expecting him to be as good as he is. He obviously thought, oh, 19-year-old kid, I'll just outmuscle him, even though Ricky looks like a teenager. So, great job out of Raul Rosas. Great job. Great submission. This gets him back into a streak, a winning streak, and now he has motivation, confidence. He can get on a roll now. I don't know if he'll be the youngest champ. I think he will be a future champ, though. He has so much time. He was 12 years younger than Ricky Turcios. So give the kid, I don't even know if he'll be fighting in 10 years. Like, who knows? Maybe he'll get the title by the time he's 25, and then he's done once he's 28, you know? This career from Rosas, it's going to be something. It's going to be something. I think he will be a champ at bantamweight, or maybe even at 145. He can still fill out, man, and he's getting bigger. Looks weird as shit, but it's okay, man. It's okay. You know how to fight, and that's all that matters. That is all that matters, dog. Dominic Reyes comes back against Dustin Jacoby. Dominic Reyes literally has been getting KO'd over and over and over again after being robbed from getting his title against John Jones. And he's back on the win column. And I'm so happy. So fucking happy for Dominic Reyes. Hits Dustin Jacoby with a counter shot. Hits him with a knee. Puts him out. Dustin thought he was fine, but he face planted. So, can't argue with that one. I'm pretty sure he was the one that face planted. When I saw it, no argument. It was over, and I'm speechless still right now, just because I'm so proud of Dominic. I was there when he got robbed from his title, and this will probably really start a fire under Reyes again. Like, I'm calling it right now. He'll be, how old is he? Let me check his age. He's 34. Calling it right now. He's next Glover. By the time he's 40, I'm sure he'll be back at a title shot, and he'll be having wars. Hopefully it takes a lot less time than that. But I do think Dominic Reyes is going to be coming back with wins. I don't know, man. I think he just has been getting unlucky. It started off with the Yuri Prohaska loss, I'm pretty sure. Or no, the Jan Blachowicz loss. So it's been a while. It's been 4 years since he's gotten a win. And it happened. Called it. I thought it would go to decision, but he knocked out Dustin Jacoby in the first round. Nobody thought that was going to happen. Great win for Reyes. Extremely proud of him. Good shit, man. Nasruddin Imavov, Jared Cannonier, the main event. This was a great fight until the end, until the stoppage. Going back and forth. Jared Cannonier, clear round 1 win, in my opinion. Then Nasruddin Imavov in the second round comes back, starts getting his timing. His shots start becoming more slick, more powerful, starts connecting more. By the third round, you can really tell Imavov was getting all his timing. All his shots were connecting. And it kind of seemed like it was just about time to where he would land something big. But Cannonier would get his clinch in. He would get his jabs in, his calf kicks, all his strikes. So Cannonier, at 40 years old, he still got it. 100%. Obviously, he's been on a win streak, but just got a notification that really threw me off. But Jared Cannonier, he's too old. I think that's it. Like, he was obviously rocked. He was obviously about to go out if the fight continued. I don't think he would have lasted the next minute and a half. But it was an early stoppage by Jason Herzog. 100%. 100% early stoppage. But it showed what Nasruddin Imavov is capable of. It showed he is part of that top 5 group in the middleweight division. And now it's like, who do you give him? Can you give him the loser of Whitaker Chimaev? Because I would love to see that. I would love to see him fight Robert Whitaker, and I would love to see him fight Khamzat Chimaev. Either one, I think, is a great fight. So, good job from Nasruddin Imavov, but shit, Herzog, you really fucked that one. You really messed that one up, Herzog. We need to figure something out when it comes to these judges and refs and all this extracurricular shit when it doesn't come to fighting. That's just messing fighting up completely. We need to figure something out. And I think something will never be figured out. So, it is what it is. But 8 fights in a row, okay? If that's not saying something, I don't know what is. My record was 10-2 the last 2 weeks. This week 8-6. But we got the whole main card right. But anyway, I'm going to stop talking about that. If you guys enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. And thank you for watching.